That's right, we're still here. We moved a little bit of the way down to show you some of that flooding in a car that appears to be stalled right there in the middle of the roadway. Their hazards have been going on. This was also the same area where we saw that Waymo that actually stalled out, but you can just see all the flooding and accumulation. This is just south of Van Buren on 32nd Street. As for that Waymo, as we pan over to see the Waymo got out, I want to show you it's actually parked just right over here. I don't know what it's doing. As our photographer kind of zooms in, that was the Waymo that was stuck in the flood waters. It didn't appear there was any passenger there. It was able to get out, and now it's just kind of hanging out over there in that area. Now, as we kind of go back to the intersection of Van Buren and 32nd Street, that's where we were seeing a lot of water accumulation. That's where we saw at least 2 water rescues. One was a truck that its front tire went into a manhole. The cover actually popped off, and it got stuck there. It took about 10 firefighters sitting on the back of the truck to be able to get it out. Then you had another situation where someone's car got front end damage. They were trapped in the middle of the roadway to where Phoenix police had to use their cruiser to push them out of the way. I did speak with that driver who told me that he was stuck in the middle of the road for about 40 minutes. He said that he couldn't get out of the car because the water was right up to the bottom end of the door, saying when he opened it, some of that water did get in. But just look at this whole situation. And I do want to point out, this looks so much better than what it did 45 minutes ago. And you can see it is still a mess out here. And what we're also noticing is that people are taking their time. The traffic is just ridiculous out here. Oh, and sorry, I'm making our photographer going back and forth, but I want to show that car that got stalled out and had to be pushed by police cruisers. It's on a tow truck right now, right behind us. That was the car right there that was stuck, and you should be able to see the front end damage once they're able to get going. Again, I spoke with that driver who said that he was just driving like normal. He's lived in Arizona for 15 years, never experienced a storm like this or been in this situation when his car got stuck there. You can see it's getting towed away. A little bit of that front end damage from just the flooding and everything going on. A lot of people honking because what we have noticed is maybe a little bit of road rage with people trying to get through. They're not really minding all the water accumulation. We're seeing people going really fast, kicking up a lot of water as they're driving through. We're feeling those winds pick up a little bit right now, and we're also, just by looking at the water, we're seeing more rain starting to come down as we speak. So still some treacherous conditions out here. People are still walking around going through all this water right here. So just like as I mentioned, it's just a mess, especially here on Van Buren. We're seeing it on all sides of the road of that water. You can see that one car just kicking it up. And as you notice, it's mostly accumulating on the right side of the road. So if you are driving, maybe try to stick to the left lane or as far center as you can without getting into other drivers' way or creating any safety hazards for anyone else. It really is that water accumulation on the right side of the road that we're seeing. And you can see it's really coming up to the curb right here. You can't even make out part of the sidewalk as we look just south on 32nd Street. You can see this person right here just walking. The water not too high up, not even to their ankles, just a little bit below their feet, able to cruise through totally fine. It's really on the roadways that we're seeing that. But for right now, it looks like everything's cleared, except you still have that one vehicle just right there in the middle of the road. It appears the vehicle stalled out, probably going through all this water that we're seeing here. We'll go ahead and send it back to you guys in studio.